Good morning, everyone. It's me, Ayaz Malik, and you're watching Candid with Malik Show, the show that will help you to achieve your business goals and life worth living. Today, we have Aman Khan from Team Aman. He's going to give us the monthly GTA real estate update for the month of September 2020. But before that, let me give you some information about him. Aman started out as an individual agent like most people do, but in very short time, he builds the good relationship with so many clients along with his professional team to serve you. He strives to provide the best and most honest advice to each of his individual clients' needs. He focuses on negotiation. It's an area that he loves and he's very good at. Currently, he is a real estate broker at iPro Realty Limited Brokerage. So, Aman bhai, thank you very much for joining me today. How are you?
Thank you very much, Ayaz bhai, for having me in your program. This is great. Is really delighted, and it's a great honor for me to inform people about the real estate market. People always have a lot of question and market update and what's going on in the market. People always scared to purchase, scared to sell. And people always need the professional people to reply them, to give them answer. I always advise people, when you need electrician, you go to the electrician. You don't go to plumber. Same thing, when you need some real estate expert advice, make sure you contact to the real estate expert in your area, who should be full-time, who should be who should have some kind of credibility in terms of the real estate industry, right? People should know about him in terms of the real estate. It's very important.
Right. So, Aman, so let's start the main objective of about this show. So, tell us, what is the total residential transaction for the month of September this year?
That first of all the data I'm going to share is going to be shared from the source is Toronto Real Estate Board. Okay. So it's coming from the Toronto Real Estate Board. It's not like made by me or somebody else. It's coming from the Toronto Real Estate Board. It's very important, right? Ayaz, can you please also put market update September 2020,
Okay.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very important. And like you said, the total transaction in compared to same time last year is totally, you will be amazed. And some people call it like this is crazy, right? But well, this is a market. This is market, real estate market, or any market. Doesn't matter which market you are in, is always goes by supply and demand, right? Mm-hmm. So real estate market, this time I'm just reading with data, and I'm going to share the data as well. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so real estate market, the transaction for this month of September, that was amazing. That was crazy. Is not I have never seen this kind of number before. So that's the 42.3% compared to 2019 September.
Mm-hmm.
42% is gone up. 42.3% gone up compared to September 2019. So September 2019, same time last year, the transaction happened 7,791. So almost 7,800 transaction happened, right? Last year, same time. But this year is almost 11,083 transaction. And I'm talking about this in a monthly number, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine how many people are selling and how many people are buying.
Mm-hmm.
The reason, and people always say, where people are getting money from, right? And I always say that, don't worry about that part. People have money, that's why people are purchasing. That's not your business, right?
Right.
So the main thing, whether you can purchase or not, when number makes sense to you for purchasing or selling, just do it. Whatever you want to do it, whether you want to sell it or you want to buy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't think too much about the other people, what they want to do it. And that's the reason they miss the opportunity, because they see the other people.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Correct. So, Aman bhai, my second question is, what do you think average selling price compared to the last year at the same time? Is it went up or it went down?
Is went up crazy. Like same time, I had my video as well in Facebook for the last month,
Mm-hmm.
August 2020 compared to August 2019. Is went up 21% almost.
Wow.
Market, update just came up yesterday from the Toronto Real Estate Board again.
Mm-hmm.
The market, if you compare the market from last year September, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this year September, the
Mm-hmm.
market went up 14%. The average price was the last year 842K,
Mm-hmm.
so 842,000, and this year the average price is 961,000. And you will be
Wow.
lucky if you find something within this price, because the
Wow. Wow.
multiple, there is a bidding war going on, there's a multiple offer going on, and people always compare. No, 2 years before price was that much. Forget about the 2 year. If
Mm-hmm.
you are like, because the house you are living right now, the price is gone for that house too, right? It's not that the one you are purchasing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should just know, like, the house you are purchasing, if you think this is maybe 150,000 more than last year, look at your house price, that's also gone 150,000, more than last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you have to see after 2 years, how, like, which house is going to be will give you more money when you will sell it, in terms of the appreciation, in terms of the, price going up every year 6 to 8%. But look at this data now. In August was went up 20%. Now is September is went up 14%.
Oh, okay. So basically, you're saying, it went up,
Yeah,
not up. Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
and it went
So
up for 14%.
14%, right?
14%. Yeah,
Wow. Wow. So basically, it's for the like a seller market. You're saying?
it is a seller market. This is seller market. Yeah. Okay. And
Okay.
how would you know whether it's seller market or not? Let me give you some tips to
Mm-hmm.
our viewer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very important to know whether this is a seller market, or it is a, people always ask whether it is a seller market or is a buyer market, right?
Mm-hmm.
People should always ask and always should see, um, list, the days on the market. So suppose
Mm-hmm.
if somebody is listing their house, right,
Mm-hmm.
and they should see how many days are staying in the market. So suppose if I live in Lisgar area, Mississauga Lisgar area, before I
Mm-hmm.
list my house, I will ask the agent, okay, what is the days on the market in these days, right?
Correct.
And the person will provide you whether the 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, right? And he can give you the comparison as well, right? From
Mm-hmm.
the compared to last month or last year, whatever, right? But
Right.
I will give you the days on market. So suppose somebody is listing their house the same time last year, right? It was staying in the market 23 days, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
staying in the market, which is it is nothing compared to other cities, right? 23 days. If you call somebody in USA, right? And like, any place, and you just say like, Toronto, we sell houses in couple of weeks, the
Mm-hmm.
guy will be amazed. The guy will be he will be laughing. Are you crazy? Because
Wow.
the houses in USA, some cities, like, they're staying in the market for the like 3 months, 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Even in Canada, not all the cities are like that, but GTA has very specific, market, because there's a lot of supply and demand. So days on the market in September 2019 was 23 days. Days on the market September 2020,
Oh, that was my second question, Aman bhai. So just hold on a second here. So guys, folks, if you are looking any information about the real estate, especially for comparing the different months and months, visit www.teamaman.com or call him directly 647-280-0201. Just want to let you know, the people who just joined today, we have Aman Khan from the iPro Realty, and he is giving us the monthly report, monthly update for GTA real estate market. So my third question was, Aman bhai, the same thing. I think you already explained a little bit, but listing days on the market. Either the days, or can you explain me more?
Yeah, so like when you list a house, right? So is people always see that for how many days is there, is it staying there in the market
Hmm.
before you see the sold sign there, right? So people always should always find out whether it's a market, is a seller market, is a buyer market, or is a balanced market. Balanced market, the seller market might, like the house is coming in a week, the house is sold. See, like in our case in GTA, right? And I'm talking about the GTA. I'm not talking about any pocket, specific pocket. I'm not talking about the Mississauga or Milton or Oakville. For that purpose, you have to call me, and I will give you specific market data as well. And
Hmm.
it's a complementary data. There is no string attached. You can call me anytime to get any advice. So I will give you the advice for free of cost. There is no string attached. I'm not going to ask you to sign in any kind of paper. Okay. So the September 2020 compared to 2019, in 2019 the listing was staying in the market on the MLS was 23 days, right? Now days on the market for the 2020 is a 16 days. So it went down. It came down almost 30.4%. So
So
you can
wow.
imagine the demand. People are more and more. People are just buying quick, right? Before it's gone.
Hmm. So people are investing basically in the real estate market,
Right?
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so can you also tell us, I know you are working in the condo market as well, either the pre-construction project is. So what is the stat about the condo market?
I can give you I can give you the quarter two, Q2 data of the condo market. Okay, first of all, people should know like where they should invest, right? And it's very important, location, because in the condo market, most of the time people purchase condo for the investment purpose, right? Or
Hmm.
for the because of the GTA market, it's very difficult, for the people to purchase a house for themselves or for their upcoming generation. So what they are doing it right now, they are just investing for their generation right now. So in that way, they can have some kind of down payment, good, substantial amount of down payment. So okay, when time comes to purchase themselves, house, so they can have some good amount, good money in their, in their hand. So I'm talking about this is the GTA condo market as from the Toronto Real Estate Board, and it is Q2 and Q2 data. I'm comparing the Q2 data from the 2019 to 2022, right? Same time in the month of September, right? So if you just see that, in 2019 there is a 7,024 condominium has been like transaction happened, right? People have purchased or sell. And if you just compare now, 2020 September, not September, is Q2, like quarter two, uh, 3,500, 3,459 transaction. I'm going to share that all the information as well on my Facebook page, so you can always see that. Okay, so this is the condominium transaction happened. So again, it went down because is less people are interested to sell it. Is not enough, inventory in the market for the condominium. People are not like, right now it is a little bit more inventory, but like normally in the downtown area or Mississauga area or Milton area, anywhere, the inventory doesn't stay, for too long, especially for the condominium.
Wow. Wow, that's a pretty hot market then, right?
Yeah,
For
it is.
sure. So tell us about the what where is the hottest real estate market in entire Canada? I know you were talking about the only the GTA, but you might have some information about the entire Canada as well, right? So if the people wants to invest, right,
Right.
which market is the good for them, and what is your advice will be?
Well, since GTA, in 2017, I hope you remember that 2017 April, when government tried to control a little bit prices on that time. So government like of Ontario on that time, they imposed some kind of tax for the foreign buyer, right? So that's why a lot of foreign buyer is just left GTA, left Toronto. They started investing somewhere else, right? And they
Mhm.
found some safe haven to invest in Ottawa, Montreal, Niagara region, even in Ontario. A lot of people they don't know. Even Ontario, there is a lot of region in Ontario. Like there's no tax applied. Like compared to GTA, there is no tax applied to those areas. Suppose in Ontario, London, there is no provincial, there is no foreigner tax. There is no foreign tax. Same thing with the Niagara region. There is no foreign tax. Okay, so if you want to invest, right, so just call me and find out, like if any one of your friends, family member, they want to invest in Canada, and if you don't know where is like where they can avoid the foreign taxes, you can always call me and you can find out. So right now, it's like in after 2017, a lot of people started investing in Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
So Ottawa is number one. Okay, let me tell you their percentage wise, what kind of appreciation they have seen, right,
Wow.
compared to last year. So
Mm-hmm.
19.9%, right? So
Nice.
19.9% the appreciation for the Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
The number two is a Montreal. Montreal is a 16.4%.
Wow.
Same thing with the Niagara region is a 15.3%. Look at this number. They are all double-digit number.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a 5 or 6% appreciation. It's a 15.3%.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the golf. It's just in our neighbor, like just beside the Milton and Brampton. A lot of people they don't even want to go there, and they don't know about the golf. So people
Mm-hmm.
should go, and they should go, like they should find out about those all the market, like if they are investor, or they should hire like the real estate agent who have knowledge, who work on those all the area.
And
So
I think the last couple of weeks, like I think the last week, you were also showing some properties into the GTA West side, which is the I think the Bradford or something.
yeah, that Brantford. Yeah, I
Brantford.
was visiting the Brantford. I was visiting another one beside the Ajax area that was there, and Niagara Fall, then Paris, not
Wow.
Paris, France. Paris is a Paris here. So is a Paris here, just beside the Cambridge and Waterloo. There is a lot of
Mm-hmm.
opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was talking about, the golf was the number four, and the fifth market is the Greater Moncton. Is I've never seen that. This is the data. I just got it from Toronto Real Estate Board. This is a place like 12.5%. So suppose I was reading the data. Same house,
Wow.
if you purchase in Oakville, you have to pay $1 million. Similar house, if you pay buying in this area, Great Moncton, you just have to pay 200,000. So you
Is
can
it
imagine the gap.
is it the mountain or the what is that?
Moncton, Moncton.
Oh, okay, so mountain. Okay, good,
Yeah,
good, good.
yeah.
Okay, so you're saying this much price difference
With a
between.
big difference. Even the people don't even have to go that far.
Mm,
I'm just talking about, just people should little bit, should be like a little bit open minded, right?
mm-hmm,
Because the traveling in these days, a lot of people are working from home, and
mm-hmm,
the world is changing now.
mm-hmm,
So not everybody going to stay in the GTA, right?
mm-hmm,
People are moving. People are moving. Like the GTA market is going to be expand. Before GTA was just Oakville, Milton,
mm-hmm.
Brampton, and Toronto. Those kind of area was GTA, but now it's expanding. Is going, because the Go train is, they're also extending their services, right? They're also expanding their services. The same thing, the houses, and people are, like one of my friend, very good friend, he just purchased a house in Brantford, detached house, 4 bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
almost 2,000 square foot, 549,000.
Wow.
You
Wow.
cannot even imagine that kind of house even in Milton. Milton, even similar house, if you purchase it in Milton, you have to pay almost 900,000. So look at the gap. It's 3,000 to $400,000 gap. Just a Brantford is just almost 50 minutes to 1 hour drive, right? And it's a good community there. I was really visiting there, and it's excellent community. You have all kind of amenities there. You don't have to. I mean, if you cannot afford to live in Mississauga, there is a lot of other option. If you don't really have option, if you cannot afford to live in Milton and Brampton and Oakville, there's a lot of other options, especially for the first time home buyer. I'm talking about the first time home buyer.
Oh, okay, okay. So, Aman, I have a last question before we end this show. What do you think? The GTA home price is going to be, going to rise or going to decline in in future, or maybe couple of months?
Again,
What do you think?
depend on the supply and demand, right? Nobody have this is not a crystal ball, right? I mean, nobody can give you this answer. If anybody would know this answer, they can become a billionaire, right? They can simply starting purchasing the. But based on the last 20 years, because I'm my main business was investing in property. So based on that, I can see that a lot of people have lot of equity sitting in their house,
Hmm.
right? In their property, people are having like almost 60 to 70% equity sitting idle, is doing nothing. So what people are doing now, that people are simply cashing out,
Hmm.
refinancing. Simply people are investing in
Yes,
GTA for their kids,
that's true.
for
That's
their
true.
generation.
Hmm.
Simply are people are simply purchasing the pre-construction, semi-detached, detached townhouses within GTA, so so their kids can stay with close to their parents, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I don't see currently right now that people will, I mean, the prices will go up, I mean, down. But yeah, if the prices will go down, it will go down from the profit margin, not from the original price, right? So if it was is suppose if your house is right now is 1.3 million dollar,
Hmm.
right? It will go maybe 1.1, but again, it's going from profit, not from the original prices. And
Oh,
it
okay.
so whenever we, as per tracking record, so whenever you see the price goes down, it goes down for very short span, and people get scared. And people always remember that short span, they don't remember the longer span.
Hmm.
It doesn't go, the GTA market doesn't go down for the for the longer term.
Wow, that is that. Yeah, actually, some people, talked about this. People are thinking, but you are absolutely right. People do not go and thinking, for a future and broader aspect as well. So no, that is very good actually. So Aman bhai, thank you very much for giving a very detailed information, and real estate market up to date. Aman bhai, please, can you please give us the your contact detail, and if anybody wants to contact you directly.
Yeah, my number is already on the screen. People can always call me without any hesitation. And my email address is also like Aman at teamaman.com. Okay, people can always reach me or email me as well. Okay, and they can always text me if they don't want to talk right now. Sometimes people are hesitant to talk. They think maybe I gotta ask them to sign or something. It's not like that. Like I said in the beginning, there's no string attached. They can always call me for the advice, especially for the pre-construction in these days. If you have money sitting in the in your bank account, is doing nothing. And same thing, like if you have money sitting in your house, in your property, like 400, 500,000 equity sitting in the house, and you're thinking too much about the investing, too much thinking will always make you not to buy anything. So take
Mhm.
action, take immediate action. Okay, think a little bit and then you know move.
So basically, you are saying, if the people have some, some saving, right, and they want to invest in a real estate market, I think the real estate market is one of the market where they can invest and feel safe. Correct?
We'll do one separate segment for the real estate investment, and
Yeah.
I will give the example why people should invest in the real estate, not in anywhere else, right? So
Mhm.
that will be different segment, but yeah, people should definitely consider investing in real estate.
Beautiful. Once again, Aman bhai, thank you very much for all this information. So hopefully we will catch you next time. Okay. So
Thank
thank
you
you
very
very much.
much, Ayaz bhai. Thanks a lot
Thank
for
you
your
very much.
time.
Yeah, no problem. Bye. So, folks, that's all I have today for you. Before I end today's show, as you all know, just want to make sure, as you all know, the month of October is the small business month. So try to help and shop local business as much as you can, and it will be very helpful for local businesses as well. So please, and thank you very much for joining me. See you next time.